Danny, another big pre-season win. What were the main positives for you from that one?
Goals, fitness, lack of injuries. That's the main things. I know it's a bit boring, a bit cliche to say about that, but it's another bit of fitness in the lads' bodies. Some rustiness out the system, and a comfortable win. The manager said there's a few things that he thinks we've got to improve upon. Standards. He used the word standards a lot, on habits, and certain times of the game they slipped a little bit today. But the positives are 5 goals, strikers scoring goals, defenders clearing things, midfielders making passes. So there's a lot of positives, but we've got some real tough challenges coming up now, and I think in a way it's good you've got with all due respect, the lower opposition. I mean, with the utmost respect out the way, because it's going to be completely different games at our home stadium against 2 Sheffields and Derby.
Like I say, another 5 goals. You're really showing your firepower within the ranks, aren't you? 14 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, and it could have been more. I think at the same token they could have scored 3 first half. So you have to look at the positive, but also look at, even in these games, the things you can improve upon. People, maybe get 3 headers in the middle of the 18-yard box. You want to make those mistakes now, and not sort of at home to Dorking in a few weeks. So it's good. It's good in the way you make those mistakes, iron them out, and as I say, we've got the big teams coming up, and I'm sure they'll punish us for any mistakes we do make. But at the same token, we're a very good team going forward as well, and we're looking to punish those big teams regardless of the difference in leagues.
Did you learn much that you didn't already know today?
No, I think the manager made the point that Matlock was extremely comfortable and ticked nearly every box, and there's a lot of boxes were probably unticked today, things we could have done a bit better, a bit neater, wasted a few chances, a few sloppy passes. So in a way it's good you get them out of the way, and you get a little bit of a not a sort of a dressing down from the manager, but a little bit of a kick up the backside to say, okay, certain things have got to improve, because the teams coming up will punish them for those mistakes. And I think possibly we could have scored a few more goals, and you let them off the hook really then Alfreton, when they're getting tired at the end, they're putting on young lads and putting subs back on who've played a lot of the game. You should put it to bed and maybe win 6, 7 or 8. So there's no disrespect to Alfreton, that's down to us not taking those opportunities. At the same time, we're very disappointed with the goal we conceded. So it's much easier to have this conversation with now, Liam, after a 5-1 win at Alfreton than if that goal was at home to Dorking in a few weeks. So iron out the mistakes, improve on the positives, and we'll be fine.
Did everyone come through it okay? Any sort of early...
It seems that way, yeah. I think, as you can see, we're doing something this pre-season where we're trying to reach a certain amount of distance in the lads' legs. And if they don't, there's nothing against the lads, just might happen tactically in the game. They're not getting a lot of the ball, or they're not doing the runs they might normally do. So we're topping them up. So everyone's on that same fitness level. No one's ahead of anyone else. Fingers crossed at the minute. Yes, lads are a bit stiff and a bit tight from all the hard running and training they've been doing. But there's nothing that's going to keep them out of the game Tuesday.
And you had another look at the 2 triallists. Will they be staying for a little bit longer?
I think so, yeah. I think it's always hard for goalies in these games. They don't get tested too much. So I'm sure Kai will be around for another little bit, just to have a look at him and be back up to Harry and Luke and see how them 3 get on as a goalie union, so to speak. And Harley's doing ever so well, lively, and I think he's an out-and-out centre forward. But due to the fact we've got Briggy and Quiggs and we play one up, he's playing out of position and showing some real good glimpses. So them 2 will definitely be in the squad for Tuesday.
Sheffield Wednesday next on Tuesday night. Is that going to be a tougher test?
Yeah. I think only slightly. I think they're regardless of the stuff that's gone on behind the scenes, their manager leaving and people really not know what's going on. I was working in the academy at Watford when the new guy was there, and he was excellent. So he'll certainly have them organised, and they'll be a very good team. And any disarray or sort of cabaret going on at that football club, he'll put a firm end to. And I think they're a club coming in, riding a wave of joy, really, as is the whole city of Sheffield. So they're going to take over large periods of the ground. As always, I'm sure our supporters will outsing them, but it'll be a tough game and really put our players to the test.
It'll be a good measuring stick, won't it, to see how close you are or how far away you are from them?
Yeah, it will be. And it's rare for Chesterfield to go to any game as underdogs, so we've got half sort of embrace that tag and go and play with freedom. Respect the opposition and the fact they're going to be a lot stronger than what we've been playing, but also not come away from the way the manager and us as staff want the team to play. So there's 3 main things there that we need to make sure get ticked off. If we do that, regardless of the result, it will be a successful night.